Hello everyone, good afternoon. It is Wednesday at noon. It is February 7th, 2024, and I am here for our day 3 of our week of Sale-A-Bration videos. So we'll get started in just a second. I'll wait for people to find me and hop on. I have a really pretty card to share with you today. Hopefully you'll like it, and it's something that you can recreate. So when you hop on, you can say hi, give me a comment, a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Owl Star Stampers. I will appreciate that. I just realized I bumped my camera and then I forgot to test it out before I went live, so hopefully the down screen who knows what that will look like when we flip it in a minute. But hello everyone. Thanks for joining me this week. We have been live Monday and Tuesday, now today, and tomorrow will be our final day for the week. Also, I will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time doing totally different projects. So be sure to come back tonight. I'm planning on using the hot air balloons tonight that coordinate with the products with the winter retreat. So that's what I want to use tonight. And today we're using Sale-A-Bration stuff. So it is our week of Sale-A-Bration. And also don't forget, right after me at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can go over and see Denise Cox with Bird's Nest Designs. She will be creating another card. So how it works is if you live in the United States and you place an order with me this week using this host code, goodness, this host code has been something this week. I've had so many problems with the technology and it saving and not saving. But anyway, this is the host code. If you use it, if your order goes over $35, you will get the Make and Take kit sent to you. You have until Sunday to get your order in. Yesterday we created this really pretty card with the Beside Me, which is one of the newer stamp sets they added. The day before, we created this card with the Trusty Tools. And today we have another card, and tomorrow we have another project. You'll get the tutorial for my 4 projects along with Denise's, but you'll get only my kit in the mail. If your order goes over $50 with the code, you're also going to get a free thank you gift as well. And so it's just our way. It's like, if you think about it, if you spend a minimum $50, you get the kit in the mail sent to you. I'm paying the shipping, plus you get a free item out of here. Then you also, I'm going to send you, typically everything I've been sending you has been around a $8 value on top of that. That's a really good deal. So take advantage of this fun time with Sale-A-Bration going on. All right. Okay, I see lots of you hopping on. Thank you for sharing the video and for being here today. So like I mentioned earlier this week, I don't know why I can't, again, another one of my technology issues. I've tried so many times to get this to print, and on my screen it has all these beautiful things. It won't print for whatever reason. But we have 10 new Sale-A-Bration items that you can pick in addition to all of the ones in the brochure. The one rose paper was sold out, but it is currently back again. And so I think everything is available in here. You can get, there's no limit. If you spend $100, you can pick 2 items, or one of the $100 value items. And there's also 2 new ones here. If you spend $150, you get so many. So anyway, that's how that works. So let's go into today's project. Thank you for sharing and hopping on. Hi, Becky and Sharon and Luis and Joan. I see people from all over Ontario and California and Kentucky, Michigan. I think we had Washington. So it's so Arizona. So good to see you guys. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down and we are going to be featuring this stamp set today. Now this is one in our annual catalog too. I believe it's around a $24 if you order it outright. I actually did not have this one in my collection, so I did get this for free with a $50 order last week. So we're going to use this today. And let's get busy. Okay, so let me get that host code off. See, I knew I bumped my camera when I've been creating some projects and stuff. Okay, sorry about that, friends. All right. Okay, so I love my glass mat, and we're definitely going to be using it today. So we're going to be using this stamp set. You could create this card with any type of flower or greenery and words, just so you know. I do like the sentiments in here. It says, "You mean the world to me. Thank you for everything and thinking of you." So this is what we're using for our Sale-A-Bration feature for today. I also have a couple of clear blocks. I have a Versamark ink pad. Do you know what we're going to do? I have two other ink pads. I have Old Olive and Pool Party, and then I grabbed my blending brushes in my light blue and my dark blue. So we're going to be using those. I also have my little cloth here. This comes with a glass mat as well as this silicone tray. So I have this so I can wipe my glass mat off, and then we're going to be using some black embossing powder. You can totally, if embossing isn't your thing, you can just use a black ink pad too. I'll show you the one I made with just black ink, and then we'll use the embossing powder, and you can see what you like better. So I do have my heat tool here that we are going to use, and because we're using black, using the embossing buddy is really important. I'm going to put that right there so I won't forget to. All right, so your kit for today will come looking like this if you place your order. So inside, you're going to have these pieces. Okay, you will have a piece of ribbon. I have two pieces because, as you can tell, I was at the end of a bolt, and so I just put both in there. But this ribbon is actually also Sale-A-Bration ribbon that you can get the whole bolt of it free with a $50 order, and it is down here on page 6. It is a Pool Party crinkle ribbon. It's 5/8 inch. And you get 10 yards, not feet, yards. It's very beautiful. We've used it several times. I'm using it again because I love it. So you'll get some ribbon. I'll include that. And then you're going to have, it's sticking to me. Then you're going to have these pieces in there. So we're using a Pool Party card base, a piece of basic black, and then you're going to have two pieces of white. One will have a circle punched out of it, and one will be just the white. This is going to be a template for you to use. You can see I already used this one, but I'm going to give you the template, and then you'll have your ribbon. Okay, so let's fold our card base in half, and then we're going to set the Pool Party and the basic black aside. And now we're going to come in with this template. So what I did is I took the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. This is in our online, or it's in the book. It comes in a bundle. 2 3/8 inch circle. Oh my gosh, that's like really tongue-tied. And then you put it in here, and I kind of just centered it and I punched it out. So that's what I did. We're going to do that for you, so you have the two pieces. And so we're going to create like a mask. So yesterday, remember I showed you the masking paper? On the card right here, we use the masking paper. If you missed it, check out that video. It's on my YouTube channel. This is going to be a whole series this week. But I showed you how to use a masking paper, and then at the very end I showed you how you can use it kind of like as post-it tape to tape your dies down so they don't move. So all I did, if you look here, is I cut a strip off the side. Okay, so I'm going to be using it today too. So you're going to take the white bottom and the circle I'm going to have more at the top, okay? And I'm going to layer this down here, and I'm going to take that masking tape and I'm just going to tape this to my glass mat. Alright, like so. And you can add more tape all the way around. I am still going to hold it, but do you see how I'm kind of taping this down to keep it in place? And now we're going to take the Old Olive and Pool Party and with our blending brushes create a background. So I'm going to move this out of the way because I am going to use this to like get the color, a little bit of color off. So I'm going to have my green and my Pool Party. Thank you, Gail Beth, for joining. Okay, I'm going to start with the green. Now I'm going to try to do about a little more than half of the green and the blue just at the top. So let me flip these around. I got Old Olive. I'm just swirling this around. And then I'm going to go off on my glass mat. You can see that little pool of color there. Again, I'm going to hold. It is tape, but it still wiggled on me in the last one. So I'm just going to do little circular motions, holding this along the bottom. This is easy. Oh, and I can just pull the color right over here and go back. If something's really hard, just know I'm not going to do it. That's just me. I don't have time for like really hard things. So this is pretty easy. So now we're done with the green. We're going to go ahead and close that up. Next, we're going to go in with the Pool Party. And I have my light blue blending brush. I'm just going to swirl this in. I'm going to do the same thing. You can't really see it because it's a very light color. I'm holding this down also. And now I'm going to go at the top and then blend them together. Okay, so I'm going to go in here again. Thank you all for hopping on Wednesday afternoon. What do you guys want to see tomorrow? Is there something you're like dying for me to show you out of one of the Sale-A-Bration things? Please let me know. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm going to stop. So I'm going to close the Pool Party up. Now I have ink on the side here. I don't need it anymore, so I'm just going to take this little cloth and wipe that off. So now my thing is nice and clean. Okay, now we're going to take this little tape off of our little mask. So then you can keep this and you could make more cards. But this is what we have now. Isn't that so cool how that did that background? Okay, so you can keep the little template I give you and keep it in your little stash. All right, next up, we're gonna use our stamp set. So I'm gonna use this image right here. I'm gonna make this a thinking of you card. I think this would also be a really nice like sympathy card too, but there's not words in here for that. But so I'm going to use thinking of you, and we're going to stamp this kind of over here. And before we do any stamping, we're going to take our, again, if you don't want to heat emboss it, just take your black ink pad and stamp them. I want the black to really pop, so I'm using this. Now this comes in a kit. It comes with a tray, this, a paintbrush, and little tweezers. I love it. Do you know where all the pieces are? Who knows where they're at? I use them. I use them because they're scattered all over the place. But this I kind of keep right here on my desk. So I'm giving this a really good rub. Probably didn't need to do that excessive, but I did. And then here's my other tip. Make sure your Versamark is really well inked up. And I'm going to show you why that's important with my other card. So I'm going to put this on the block and I'm going to ink this up with the Versamark. This is going to stamp clear, but then the powder is going to make it pop. Okay, so I got that. And now I'm going to put this here and we're going to stamp this. Let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to do this kind of like here. Okay. I'm glad you like the background, Kim. Okay, so you can't see it, but maybe the camera will pick up the gloss. It's there. Okay, then we have the thinking of you, and I'm going to stamp that kind of up here where the colors meet. Okay. And now we're going to go into our embossing powder, which I've been using this just to like put it back in. Okay, so the embossing powders, I think the one was on low inventory. I don't know if it's back, but it's just black. We sell it in black, white, and clear, and then we have a metallic. So just pour it on, and then this is just an old Stampin' Up container, and then kind of tap off the extra. If you miss a spot, just add it. The black can be kind of messy, so the little paintbrush is actually kind of blow on it too is really good. This is not the Stampin' Up paintbrush. I have it, I don't know where. I have lots of crafty things, so I'm just going to get some of this extra black off just with the paintbrush. Maybe if I blow a little bit air a little bit harder. There we go. Okay. I don't mind a little bit of the light, but I want you to be able to read the sentiment. Okay, so now we're going to close this, and it's going to get a little loud for just a second, so stick with me. I have my heat tool, and I have it on, I'm going to put it on 2 to heat set it. You're going to watch it turn from powder to really shiny. Okay, so if you notice, I kind of moved my tool around. If you keep it in one spot, it can burn your paper. And then you also notice at the end, I went to the back because it can also make your paper curl a little bit. And if you go in the back, it kind of re-flattens it down. So here, do you see how it's glossy now? And it's really, really a dark black. So, isn't that so pretty? I really like it. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to show you, when I did my other one, my Versamark wasn't super inked up, and it had, do you see, like, you can't probably see, it has like some smudging because I didn't get it inked up very good. So make sure if your Versamark pad is old or older, or you haven't used it in a while, buy the re-inker if you need to and re-ink it, and that made a big difference for me anyway. Jennifer said, how would you use clear embossing powder? That's a great question, and there's several ways. If I was to do this card and I heat embossed it first in clear, so this is how I do it. I do it first in clear, then I would do my circle. It would look like it's white. Like it would be like, oh, white. It's called like a resist. So you can do your image in clear and then go over top with like the sponge brayer, the blending brushes or the daubers, and then it resists the ink if it's clear. You can also, if you have a positioning tool like we used to have the Stamparatus, you could stamp your words and say pink. And then you could go over it in the Versamark right over top because it positions perfectly, and then you could pour the clear and then it would make it embossed in any color that you want. It's like shiny like that. So that's why the clear is kind of cool. Okay, so next we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this on, but before we go any further, we need the ribbon. So grab the ribbon. You're gonna grab the ribbon in your kit. Again, you can see I'm at the end of my line. Don't worry, I got more to send you guys in your kits. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back. And you can also use chalk with it. The first time I ever saw it was they used like some pastels and chalk. So they heat embossed it in clear, and then they went over it with some like chalks, and then took a sponge to like blend it, and it was, I still remember it to this day. I was probably like early 20s, probably like over 25 years ago. And that is what actually got me hooked into making cards, was the heat embossing and the resist with the clear. It was so cool. Okay, so we did this. Now we're going to layer this onto here. So we're going to add more adhesive. I'm going over that ribbon. And then we're going to okay, making sure it's straight. Okay, and then we're gonna pull in our card base. You guys, this card is so simple. It's very, very pretty, very elegant, I think. If you could do this if it was like for a wedding and you know like they had like the wedding colors, that would be pretty too. Okay, then the piece I'll give you will be one piece, but then you'll take the leftover and what you do, if you do it how I do it, see how that just goes. This is not glued down on the front. I didn't glue the front. I only attached it on the back. So then you can, this is your fake bow, your faux bow. We're going to go ahead and just tie it in a knot like that. Perfect little thing. Trim your edges at an angle. Then you don't have to worry about doing any bunny ears or anything like that. You can trim that down. I'm taking you back to the basics today. Some of my very first things that I learned in card making, and that's your card. You can literally stop right there, and you see that heat embossing. We do have another Sale-A-Bration item, the opaque, these gems. They're in like a calypso coral, a pecan pie, and a pool party. And let me show you where you can find those. They are right here on page 9, opaque faceted gems. So you can get this whole sheet free also. So since it's pool party by the way is one of my favorite colors. I'm a pink girl. I love pinks, but then blues are my next favorite. And so I love pool party. And so I'm going to take 3 of these little things. Now you won't get the gems in your kit. So you can use rhinestones. You can use sequins. You can leave it plain too. You don't have to add any. I'm just going to show you these. And then put another one over here. Just kind of like that. Just adds a little something extra. And you see that gloss. Now here is what it looks like if you just stamp it in black ink only. So now I'm going to show you the difference so you can see, okay? Here's the difference. Do you see just how much more bold that black is? They both look fine, but if you only saw this, you're like, oh, that's really pretty. I just like how bold that is with the embossing powder. So I just wanted to show you, if you haven't heat embossed in a while, maybe you might want to get that out. If you're like, that's just one extra step, I don't need to see, then here you go. Just use some black ink and you're still got a very pretty card. So that is our card for today. Let me know what you think of that. So again, you'll get the ribbon. You will just need any of your gems. The other gems that would be really pretty on the card yesterday are the little dots you're going to get in the hot air balloon. They coordinate with this Lost Lagoon here. But these also would work too. You could use any of these little dots on yesterday's card if you do get these. So they even would work on there. Don't know why I didn't use them on there either, but you have so many choices. We have so many great embellishments. All right, so here is the host code again, and I would love to know what you think about this really fun card. Again, I'll include a template for you, so then you can save that and have that. And there you go. All right. I'm so glad you guys love it. So I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. with at least 1 or 2 cards, probably 1 or 2 different things. And then I'll be back tomorrow at noon with another. We'll wrap up our week of Sale-A-Bration. So here's the code again if you want to get. Now we have 3. So far, here's 3 of my cards. Denise will be live in about a half an hour over at Bird's Nest Designs. You can check her out on her Facebook or her YouTube channel. And if you're in Canada, you can order from her and get her projects and the tutorial for all 8. So, Colleen said, beautiful. I forget about embossing and it makes a beautiful texture. It really does. It definitely does, and it's not really that much more time, and it really makes your card look, I think, very, very professional, because it just like pops. So, all right, have a good day, everyone. I have my friend Karen here helping me today, and she is cranking out a pillow gift for the retreat, and we keep making comments about how cute it is. If you missed my video, I did a video on Facebook. I haven't uploaded it to YouTube. I did it from my phone. I wasn't thinking, but I went into very in-depth details about the retreat. I showed pretty much everything in the retreat itself. I do still have some available. So if you're interested in that, you can check that video out. I did it yesterday around, I don't know, 5 o'clock or so. And I'll see you tonight. Bye, everyone. Go watch Denise now. Oh, Linda says, hello, Karen. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.